Have you ever been caught off guard when a woman tells you you're too old for her? It's a moment many men, whether in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, or even beyond, experience at some point. The reaction is often the same: uncertainty, a bit of embarrassment, and not knowing how to respond. Most take it as a clear rejection and quietly withdraw. But here's the reality: this moment doesn't have to end the interaction. With the right response, you can completely change the direction of the conversation. In this guide, you'll learn a simple yet powerful way to respond when a woman brings up your age. Instead of letting the situation feel uncomfortable or final, you can shift the mood, create intrigue, and introduce a sense of playful tension. When handled correctly, her attention can quickly move away from the age difference and toward your confidence, humor, and overall presence. So pay attention. I'm Marn, and from here on, think of me as your personal wing girl. Each week, I share straightforward insights into what women genuinely respond to, not just what they claim to want. You'll pick up subtle social techniques, mindset adjustments, and communication strategies that help you connect more naturally, build attraction, and approach every interaction with calm, steady confidence. Before diving into the exact response, there's an important detail worth addressing. Sometimes, comments about age aren't really about numbers. They're about perception. If your appearance reflects stress, exhaustion, or lack of self-care, it can influence how others perceive your age. Simple habits like proper grooming, skincare, and taking care of your overall well-being can make a noticeable difference. When you present yourself well, people focus less on guessing your age and more on your energy, presence, and the way you carry yourself. Now, here's something many men overlook. Being older doesn't automatically put you at a disadvantage, especially when talking to younger women. In many cases, it can actually work in your favor. Traits like life experience, emotional stability, and social confidence are often associated with older men, and these qualities can be highly attractive. They communicate maturity, leadership, and a sense of groundedness that many younger men are still developing. If you look around, you'll notice that age gaps in relationships are quite common. Sometimes it's a few years, sometimes more. The reason is simple: attraction isn't driven by age alone. Confidence, emotional intelligence, and self-assurance play a much bigger role. When a man understands his value and communicates with calm certainty, it naturally creates a sense of comfort and curiosity. That said, being older can sometimes invite subtle tests. A younger woman might bring up your age not as an insult, but as a way of gauging your confidence. She's observing how you handle the comment. Do you get uncomfortable, defensive, or do you stay relaxed and unfazed? Your reaction tells her everything she needs to know. Unfortunately, many men respond in ways that weaken their position. One common mistake is over-explaining. When asked about age, some men immediately try to justify themselves, talking about how young they look, how fit they are, or how small the age gap really is. This comes across as seeking approval, which can lower attraction. Another mistake is freezing up. The comment creates pressure, and suddenly there's an awkward silence. That hesitation often signals insecurity, and the moment loses its momentum. Then there's the defensive reaction. Getting irritated or calling her rude shifts the interaction into negative territory. It shows that her words have affected you emotionally, which undermines the calm confidence that naturally draws people in. So what's the better approach? The first strategy is surprisingly simple. Treat the comment as if it doesn't matter. If she says, "You're too old," respond casually with something like, "Yeah, probably," or "I know, right?" Say it with a relaxed smile, then smoothly continue the conversation. This kind of response shows self-assurance and a sense of humor, which immediately changes the tone. Another effective option is playful exaggeration. Agree with her, but take it to an extreme. For example, you could smile and say, "You're right, I'm ancient. I think I've lived through a couple of world wars." Delivered lightly, this turns the moment into something humorous and disarms any tension. Humor works because it reflects emotional control. When you can joke about something that could be seen as a criticism, it signals comfort with yourself. That kind of self-acceptance is naturally attractive. Instead of resisting the comment, you're engaging with it in a way that keeps the interaction fun and relaxed. Once you respond like this, the dynamic often shifts quickly. The conversation continues, but now her focus is on your personality rather than your age. Your confidence, combined with a light, playful attitude, creates a more engaging and enjoyable interaction. Keep this in mind, age rarely determines attraction on its own. What truly shapes the outcome is your mindset, your tone, and how you carry yourself. When you stay calm, present, and a little playful, you show that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that's what people respond to. At the end of the day, confident men don't try to force attraction. They create it naturally by staying relaxed, self-assured, and socially aware in every interaction.